Alright, so for Gemini and the energy of Gemini, so it's like your air energy, you're hanging in the air with Pisces. So you had a lot of information about deeper issues right now, and it would be wise, since Gemini always, spiritual Gemini is always giving a helping hand to others, maybe you should more tune into what it is that you need help with, because your intuition and your overall perspective of you and your reality is beginning to sharpen even more. And it always starts with you. So if you're taking a class, say you're taking an elective about life, you always start with you first. And this is a new level. Yeah, it's easier to see others, but to have a more precise view, you would need to know yourself and know how to see you, so nobody can see you better than you can see yourself. So it's very important for you to hang yourself upside down and make sure you see all angles and perspectives of what it is you need to see about you and your reality and your situations at hand right now, and the things that you got to maneuver. Okay, man. Gemini got a lot of distractions too, but Gemini is used to this shit. We mutable. We know how to move and groove. Fuck you talking about? We know how to do that. So we also know how to see behind the veil too. We done been moving and grooving in all areas of life, intuitively and physically and all of that. So we got it for real, for real. And with the Ace of Cups, yeah, that's where the more intuitive information is coming in at. And this is not just a reading for Gemini sun placement. This is a reading for whatever Gemini energy. So we're focusing on that Gemini energy right now. With the Ace of Cups, that further represents the extra intuitive spiritual wisdom that is being needed to be integrated right now with how you see life. You've already integrated in you, but it's more so needing to be integrated even further when it's time to maneuver and take certain steps, and when it's time to figure things out. You know how Gemini likes to logically rationalize shit. Okay, we've already sharpened our intuitive eye. It's time for us to do the same thing that we do with our thoughts, with our intuition, and trust it this time. Okay, more interruptions. But like I said, we know how to swim through this shit. We already do it. And see, that's more information for me to know what it is that we are sharpening up from the inward space. Knowing how to juggle the mind and the intuition. Knowing how not to get distracted so easily to where we can't see beneath the veil, because now we're having to focus our left brain on something in the left brain world. No, we're learning how to see the left brain and the right brain, even when we have a lot of shit going on in the background. And you know how when you get frustrated because you forget where your spirit is supposed to be. Now we're learning how that is becoming so natural to us. It's more so being integrated in our actual regular beingness, if you know what I'm saying. With the Five of Pentacles, I feel that things are changing, and it's not that you're feeling left out in the cold necessarily, but things are having to fall off right now. Some of the things that you may have a slight feeling left out in the cold about is not necessarily fall off. It could be that since things are changing kind of drastically, you might feel like you're not able to properly carry all the things that you absolutely need. Like how they'll ask you, what would you do if your house was on fire? What are the things that you would get? You might have a lot of things that you are trying to get that you're not able to carry. But what, baby? Bad again, another distraction. What I was gonna say? Yeah, about the Five of Pentacles, feeling like there's some things that you're not able to maintain. That it's like making a plate that's bigger than your stomach. But all of these things have become a necessity. So you really got it, but you got to do this all on your own though, and that's the part that makes you feel like you're lacking. But by you gaining this extra intuition or this extra intuitive information, it's going to show you it's going to show you the other pockets that you had on the inside of your jacket that you weren't aware of. You have some very royal energy though. It's like you got some very royal, well-deserving type of energy that's backing you, and that's going to be like a gold plating that's over your intuition that has a physical if we were to make a physical manifestation of what it would look like, the extra intuitive natures that you have developed, it would look like a gold plating or a gold halo. But anyways, with that, in the spiritual manifestation of it, it would be you having a pass to get in. You know how you walk in with somebody and at the club and they be like, oh, he's with me, they ain't gotta pay. It's kind of like that. And not because not in no undeserving way though. You've paved the way for yourself to have these types of gifts. And with these things at your fingertips, you have these things at your fingertips. And it ain't even at your fingertips, it's in your imagination. You're able to create whatever you want to create right now. You're able to change your world and turn the dial in whatever angle that you would like to turn it. But at the end of the day, you'll be sitting pretty in the 9 of cups. And you also got the Empress at the bottom of the goddamn deck. All of these are pinnacle type of energy other than 9 of cups. 9 of cups is more so having emotional satisfaction. The way I'm holding the deck, it's like your emotions or your tapped in energies, tapped into your intuition and whatnot, is what is guiding things to go into this direction of the Empress. Because say for instance you were on a boat ride, but you didn't know the directions and where to go. You could have went into a beautiful fairy castle dreamland opening, but you didn't know how to get there. So being that these are things available, or you could have went to the Wheel of Fortune, a damn gateway or a riverway passage of a magical garden. But there's also 7 other ways you can go. You're in the middle of nowhere for the most part, but you're not knowing how to get there. So your map is your intuition right now. Your emotions, how you feel on the inside. If you tap into it, all you got to do is tap into it and try. Ask yourself, talk to yourself, remind yourself, tell yourself, affirm to yourself. If you do that and then believe it, because some people are watching may not be as experienced as others. Some of us already know how this works and how to use ourselves or our mind and our spirits. But those of us who don't know how this shit works, just tell yourself that what it is. Right now, Saturn is in Pisces. You are the ruler of the unseen and the seen right now. So you tell yourself what it is. You tell your reality what turns that you finna make. You ain't got to see it. All you got to know is know it. Okay, I'm getting too goddamn passionate real quick. And yeah, you got the King of Swords that was peeping out too. That's authority. That's authority with the knowing. I know what the fuck I need to do. You ain't got to tell me nothing, because I know how I feel. I know what it is. I know where my intuition is leading me, and I know that that's the outcome, and I don't need to listen to what others have to say, because y'all don't even know for yourselves, no less can you know for me. Okay, I'm getting a little passionate right now, so maybe I need to end that on that note, or maybe I should keep going, because I be feeling like you don't be talking enough. So let's do some more then. You got the Tower and the 4 of Cups. So the things that are changing to others, they would think you would be in a position where you're needing something, but they're not realizing, bitch, I don't need nothing. I already planned this. What you think is a crash or what you think is a breakdown of something, that was planned, boo. So the help, that not to say that you don't want any help, but you know how to maneuver and who to fuck with and who's concerned to take to your heart. Others' concerns are based on some more shit that's not actually genuine. So you're knowing how to deal with certain shit. So it's like certain offers, certain energy, certain people, certain emotional bonds that you may have had with people, certain ways of participating in activities with others who you usually participate and fuck with on a, in any other time that you would. You're like not trying to do that no more. And that could be a tower moment in itself, but I don't think so much for you as a tower moment. It may be a tower moment from the outside looking in at you from others' perspectives, but since you know you better than anybody because you have done the work to understand what is how you're supposed to use the controller of your life, nobody can tell you anything. So from the outside looking in, if a person don't know what the hell you got going on, and whatever that they can see that you got going on, they wouldn't be able to handle it. So that makes them think that it's something that that makes them confused as to how to even view you or view what you're going through. And they need to know it ain't for you to view shit what I got going on, baby. It's just for you to watch it, observe, and learn. You feel me? Don't be boastful in how graceful that you are, but that wouldn't be being graceful in the first place. But some people would look at it if they are not in close even, I don't know. Some people who have a lot of negative shadow energy, even though they know that your heart is, not on that type of bullshit, they still in their shadow would be hating and feel like you're, you know what I'm saying? You know how people project and make shit seem like it's you, and actually that's all of them and their ego, you know? So I guess what I can say on that is just beware of that. Beware of some people. But the way Gemini energy works, we so nonchalant, we wouldn't care anyway, which would by default make the next person who thinks it's an issue not look at them. They would look at themselves like, the fuck? What am I? I'm tripping with this lighthearted ass person. Why am I acting as if it's a problem when this person is they're not even aware that I think, even though we're smart and we're wise, we can be aware of everything and still don't give a fuck about it enough for anybody to sense the awareness of it. So, you know, that's going to be the grace that you're going to, you know, be able to use. That's also one of the added bonuses that comes with this, like, spiritual top-up or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Angelic Karma called it a spiritual top-up. And every time she says we're having a spiritual top-up, I'll be damned. I haven't watched her in a while, though, but I bet you she's mentioning, yeah, you're going through a spiritual top. You're having a spiritual top-up right now. With the Hangman and Gemini, that is you needing time to process things. But this not necessarily meaning that this is a time of stillness and being still. But you would have needed to already been able to know how to still the mind at any given moment. That comes with, you know, practice and experience. There's a lot of things that probably will come up that is going to halt a lot of your manifestations or a lot of your actual things that you wanted to bring into fruition. There probably will be a moment of stillness of that, but that doesn't make you need to stop your end of the process and keep your end of the bargain as far as what your responsibilities are as to how this is to manifest based on you doing what you need to do. No, you need to continue to move, but just know to always remember to tap into that stillness mindset, because your intuition is going to be a highlight during this time. Anyways, should I pull some more? I'm just doing something, so I don't even, until I know that this is something that is actually, well, I already know that me doing this is beneficial to myself and others. But I guess, I don't know. I'll see later how things go, whether or not, how long I'm trying to maneuver properly. As me being the Gemini and Gemini energy, and this being the energy right now, I'm just test running shit, experimenting in things, trying to figure out how to maneuver properly in all areas and aspects of life, including how I am going to not only present myself on social media, YouTube or whatever, but what it is that I like to do, and so that it can maintain and continue to be something that's coming straight from my core life source and heart. Because if it's not something that I really want to do and I'm just doing it for other reasons, you know, validation or clout, then that's not my direction that I'm trying to get to. So I'm just test running, experimenting, doing shit to see how things work and how they feel. Then that's just that Gemini energy, though, that jack of all trades, master of none type of shit. And I'm trying to figure out what it is that I want to master, like, and I know, because I know I can master whatever I like. But I want to, and I know this is something in the area of things that I like, so I'm trying to tweak it to where I can get it just right, so my tensions can be on point, and it can actually flourish and turn into what it is that it's supposed to turn into, the potential that it, you know, whatever. Anyway, get y'all out of my business, see? Talking too damn much. Bye.